Hello everyone, and today's video I'll be talking about the GFS run, which is the deep dive, third part of the deep dive. Yesterday and the day before, we had a look at the GEM and the ECMWF chart. Today we're moving on to the GFS chart on the final deep dive of this series. And tomorrow I'll actually be summarizing all of them put together and which one's the most certain. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. Really does help me. And talking about subscribing, again, I did find out another subscriber did subscribe yesterday. 21 subscribers now up to. Thank you very much for everyone's support. Means a lot to me. 21 subscribers, 4 more away to my goal of 25 subscribers by. Again, I might expect this to hit at around Christmas time, but again, still, again, very thank you very much for everyone's support. Even one subscriber yesterday did make me feel happy, so thank you very much for all and everyone's support. Very grateful for it. But again, without further ado, let's get on with the video. GFS chart, high pressure is dominating the weather. High pressure flows winds clockwise, which if you see the isobars, those white lines on the map, you can see the winds are blowing from a northeasterly direction. Well, that does mean that I'll have a look at this chart later on as well, but let's just go back to this one. The 800 HPA temperatures. Today, we did not see temperatures going up to that high. Only temperatures up to today, really, around only 17-18 degrees, isolated 19. The warmest today was actually up into Scotland, 20 or 21 degrees recorded up there. Meanwhile, for the south, we see a very big hotspot here in the middle, seeing temperatures struggling up even up to mid-teens in some spots. Very surprising for late spring and into meteorological summer into June. But we'll just shift our attention back into the pressure chart as we see a deepening low pressure out in the Atlantic on 18th of May. While we still get high pressure, it's moved further northwards into Iceland. As we continue, high pressure expands into Greenland, and then flowing onto this chart, we get another brutal northerly breeze, which again unlashes later on, but you can see that air mass coming down there, and this is the time I'll switch on the 800 HPA temperatures anomaly actually. You can see as that northerly breeze comes down there, it's going to be a little bit colder with the two mean temperatures as well. But again, mostly on this chart you see it's blue on the surface temperature anomaly. That means if it's blue, it's less than usual. If it's red or orange, that means it's higher temperatures than usual. The opposite for blue. So with this, you can see red is covering for Iceland with its southern flank, but we're on the northern flank, so we are getting the colder part of the high pressure, which does mean colder air, colder colors, which is blue. And this doesn't only cover the UK, this covers Scandinavia. Those 800 HPA temperatures will be even more noticeable up into the north, and the reason for that reason is because we have got this high extending up there, putting on the MSLP anomaly. This high pressure is very thin, very narrow. This is why we got very strong temperature conversion just up into this 180 turn into Svalbard. While we see very mild temperatures in Iceland, we actually do get very cold temperatures here in the UK. And we'll have a look at deep dive into the UK now, into the British Isles. And really, let's see those temperatures. Actually, I'll just go back up into where I can find the exact frame. Those 800 HPA temperatures again. Yep, as soon as this frame comes down, 22nd of May, looks pretty certain to be the coldest. And then look at this as we head into somewhere around 23rd of May, yeah, even colder. 23rd of May, a little bit colder, so switching back to the two mean temperatures now. You can see going into the UK, British Isles, you can see 23rd of May, this is what it's looking like. Very, very miserable conditions. Look at this. Not even up to 20 degrees. We are expecting temperatures to be up to 20 degrees already. But look at very dull colors. Maximum temperatures. I know it says 19 down here, but that's for this area of France as well. Excluding France, really, I would say only up to around 15, 16, which is 2 degrees below average on what we want for May, actually, which is very upsetting, despite we have already seen colder weather over the past few days, and we're getting more colder weather to come. But actually, our attention now shifts to these two low cutoff lows here. That's catching my attention. You can see high pressure eventually becomes narrow, like we do here, and then we got another anticyclone or high pressure, if you want to call that, extending down towards the exhaust down there. This will split and separate into two high pressures, and then as they do separate, because this high pressure doesn't feed this one anymore, look what it does, it weakens exceptionally quickly, very, very rapidly. And look at this, on the 23rd of May, we're only left with really a bit of high pressure. And then look at this, two main bodies of low pressure is very nearby. And let's look at the precipitation now. What's going to bring with this? United Kingdom. Let's see. You can see a thick rain band coming in at 23rd of May. Pretty heavy. Will fizzle out as we move on. But again, with the Wix chart, let's see. Accumulated precipitation. What day is this? 23rd of May. Again, showing pretty similar, actually. Pretty similar signs of wet weather in 24 hours. You can see green. This is not accumulated around the whole run. This is only 24 hours accumulation. And this, you can see isolated blue patches, mostly green, still wet, not complete dry, but we can definitely expect some rain from coming on with this. And with the 800 HPA temperatures, you can see do get wafted by a little bit of milder air at this point. We'll have a look at the temperatures to compare, actually. And actually, those temperatures still does not look too great. 16, 17 degrees. You might be asking me, where are these warm temperatures going to come back? Well, I don't even know, because I've not seen this whole chart yet. Eventually, you see this high pressure becomes so weak that it splits off into the jet stream. And then this part of the jet stream eventually goes away. And then look at this. This jet stream becomes very south-shifted. And we actually do get, again, pulled in by a last-minute low here with this here, 1004 millibars. Not exceptionally severe low pressure. Precipitation, let's see what's going to do. Still a complete washout, 24th of May to be completed with this chart. But still, the wind gusts, nothing too crazy. Green, as I didn't mention in today's video, yesterday's video, green is still fine as long as it's not orange or red. That's when we start issuing warnings. But yes, green is still fine, but a little bit more than usual. Maybe 10-20 miles more than usual, but still handleable than usual. But generally here, notice this one releasing from northeastern Canada. Low pressure rapidly intensifying by the jet stream. Firstly, it makes its first low pressure one right here, and then another one follows on behind it. Eventually, they merge into two, and we are getting picked up by very stormy conditions here. Look at those temperatures. And very interesting to see, 27th of May here. Actually, I'll have a look at this in the 500 HPA anomaly, and then 27th of May, you can see all blue. It means high and low pressure, and with the MSLP means zero pressure. This is all blue again, so very wide low pressure. This was initially the high pressure position at the start of this run, but it just turned to a low pressure because we have got the jet stream in charge, and the wind gusts actually will be a little bit stronger than usual. Nothing crazy. Let's look at this again, ranked by colors. 10 mean wind gusts. If it loads, yep, it did. Most parts of the county is filled with green. That's still fine, again, as long as it's not red, and it's will start getting concerned. but still green fills most part of the map except for the eye of the storm and some parts of yellow scattering towards the south there. Still fine, nothing crazy, nothing exceptional, but still, yesterday was this one that we had to look into from the GEM chart, and then the GFS chart seems to be agreeing with it. In terms of the precipitation, again, it does look pretty wet in here. And at this point, the accumulated precipitation does look pretty wet. Look at that, all blue with this chart here. And as we look back into the pressure chart, you can continue to see this low pressure does hang around before another low pressure from the Atlantic, powered up by the jet stream, freshly new, joins up with this low pressure. You see 1, 2 joining up together, creating a new satisfied low pressure. And then as we head into the Tamin wind gust, you can see again green across parts of the country. Nothing crazy at this point yet, but still having to look at eye into this. Remember, there's a cut-off low, so it wouldn't be anything like winter where we get a whole polar vortex shifting down. Nothing like that. But as we continue basically onwards, we get another weakening low pressure that does develop as we head into 384 hours into the future. This one does look like, again, it's going to be another one of those where it's going to be last developing with the precipitation. Look at that, only nudging towards the south there again. With those temperatures, is it going to warm up at this point? Absolutely not. Those temperatures at that point, 8-9 degrees for the south, 8-9 degrees for the south in 2nd of June, maximum temperatures. So very, very hard to look at those temperatures. You see, these temperatures, look at them, they're not even above 10 degrees in the afternoon, and it's June. Very, very surprising. And as we look into wind gusts now, you can see just skirting towards the south there, you get a little bit of orange towards France, still fine. But again, if this does develop any further, we'll have a look at this from the, again, it does show a little bit here. Switching to British Isles now, you can see here, first low pressure system, second one coming down, last minute developed low pressure, not really much, just shifting across parts of the south, that's all. So last thing I do want to see before I end this video is this chart right here, MSLP anomaly. You can see mostly this is all blue, one low pressure after another queuing up. You see first low pressure, and then again this one do merge together, and then the third one here very small down there. So basically, this is basically all your ECMWF GM and ECMWF GFS and GEM chart covered with all the deep dive showing what's going to happen with the weather. Hope you enjoyed this series. If you do want me to try this another time when something is happening, please do leave a comment. Again, trying to improve my channel right now, so if you do want to help me thinking I'm doing something wrong or do you want me to improve something, feel free to leave something in the comments. I will try my best to do so. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.